Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is brought to you by the Friends in Recovery community, a thriving network of individuals who are fighting back against the stigma of addiction. Join our hosts as they speak up about the real issues of addiction, treatment, and recovery. Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is available on Facebook, Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, here are your Friends in Recovery.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Friends in Recovery Podcast. I'm your host, Jersey Ed, along with two special guests that I haven't seen in a long time.
The drama.
Beth.
We knew we'd take shit over this, Beth.
I know.
And Buckeyed Bambi. Ladies, welcome to the show. First time guests on the show. Welcome.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Guys, I'll kind of cue you through how to do a podcast and let you guys know how to, because I am the professional here and this is your first time on your show. Ladies,
oh my God.
where have you been, ladies? What happened? Like Dan and I had to hold the fort down.
I told you, don't give Beth and I leeway. If you say, this way, if we have all these hosts, we can take a day off occasionally.
That's right.
We take advantage of that shit.
Hell yeah.
I know.
I just do what Bambi tells me to do.
Yeah, and if Beth's not coming, I'm not coming.
There you go. Oh my God. I had to do the podcast one time by myself at one point. I think that was
that's because of you.
The hiatus that you guys were on.
You were traveling. You couldn't get on Saturday, some weird time on Sunday.
I know. Yeah, it was me. But also, don't forget, I think we had two shows in there that we had recorded too. So
I think 4. We used 4 of your recorded ones. So.
Oh, okay. Christina's here. Hey, Christina. Oh.
Hi, Christina.
I figured it out. Yes. I'm getting that reputation of not being able to get on to Facebook.
Getting?
Beth, is there something you are getting? Beth, are you going through the changes? You want to talk about that? I mean, is that...
I could talk about perimenopause all fucking day.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
This is bullshit right now. Nobody tells you this shit. Let me tell you, Christina, if you are pre-perimenopause, buckle up. It's bullshit.
Buckle up. Put the seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Menopause Show. I'm Menopause Ed, and
I'm perimenopause Beth.
That's right. Well, guys, I don't have that problem. The problem I do have is not talking about that, and there you go. And I want to talk about what we know, guys. First, I want to actually give everybody some information. If they're struggling or they want to reach out for some help, they can email us at friendsinrecoverycommunity@gmail.com. That's our email address. And then our email addresses will be put across the screen here from Carl. And you can call our non-emergency hotline at 800-737. Nope, that's it. 800. What the hell is the 800 number, Bambi? Well, we'll come back to that.
We'll put it across the screen.
I was going to give out Genesis House's old number. I was like this close to giving it out. I don't think it works anymore, but anyways, what is our phone number? 800-654. What is it?
I don't know.
Just keep numbers. Just keep saying numbers.
7496. Hold on.
8675.
986. Something has a 986.
You ready? Oh, it's okay. 800-989-6504.
Right. 8675309. I want that to be our phone number.
I remember when that album came out, I won it at the Boardwalk in Seaside.
That's cool.
That is cool. Yeah. So any of you Jersey people might know what we're talking about. Otherwise, everybody else.
All Jersey people know what you're talking about.
They do, absolutely.
If you're from Jersey and you haven't been to Seaside, go fuck yourself.
Well, you know what? Here's the problem. But the people south of 195, they're all fucking Wildwood. Who the fuck goes to Wildwood? Really?
Not people from Jersey. It's a different state. It's called South Jersey. It's not New Jersey.
No, South Jersey, which is part of
Kansas.
Philly.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Could be.
Philly. They all like the fucking
Papua New Guinea,
Eagles.
as far as I'm
They
concerned.
all like the Phillies. They all
They
like
call
the
them
Flyers.
hoagies.
Hoagies.
They say
The fuck is
pork
that?
roll. What the fuck?
I know. Come on.
There's a fight. You want to get in a fight?
What do you
That's
call
right.
it if it's not a pork roll?
Taylor ham.
A
baby.
Taylor
Taylor
ham.
ham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor ham, egg and cheese sandwich.
I had
That's-
one. The one time I went to Jersey, I got
Good girl.
a Taylor
Yeah,
ham.
but think about it, Beth. Taylor ham was invented in Trenton, which is right on that line.
Yeah, that just
Right.
proves how stupid people from South Jersey are.
Let's see. We have
My sponsor and my
CH. We
bestie
have
are from South Jersey.
Camden Cafe.
They are excluded.
Okay.
They're
Well,
excluded.
anybody we like is excluded.
Is excluded.
If you live in
Exactly.
South Jersey, we
Yeah.
exclude you. But otherwise, everybody else is
Sucks.
fucking.
If
dumb,
you have area
right?
code 609, just don't.
Just get rid
Just
of it.
give up.
Why, we're going to
Just
call
give
on
up.
everybody in 609. Boycott your phone number. No, it's 854 now, right? 8854. What's the other one?
I don't know. I don't talk to people down there.
My phone doesn't dial South Jersey.
My phone rejects. I get an instant busy signal if it's
Yeah, that's right.
past Mercer County. It just gives me a busy signal.
Wait, Christina's in 609.
Uh-oh.
Christina has. Uh-oh. And then she
Christina,
has
move north. Come north.
move north. 856 is the other one. That's right. See, it's so insignificant that I don't know what the area codes are down there. you
There's
know?
not enough people down there to really worry about it anyway.
I know.
I think
know.
like 80% of the New Jersey population, which is by far the most densely populated state in the union, lives north of Mercer County.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So we should just break that half the state off and just send it somewhere. Yeah. Right
Let
there.
it
Right.
float off. It can be the
But-
next Hawaii.
But do you want Great Adventure in the north
No.
part? Or you don't?
No, I can
Because
live
it's right
without
on
Great
the line.
Adventure.
Could you?
They
Okay.
they can go.
All right.
I'll go to Action Park.
Oh, Action Park. It's not called Action Park. It's called Mountain Creek or something now.
It's called Accident Park. That's what it's called.
Accident Park. There's
Is that
like
your
a video
amusement
on it.
parks, I'm assuming?
So
It's
Great
a-
Adventure,
there's-
Six Flags.
Yeah, and then whatchamacallit,
Action Park.
Accident Park. You got to look it up. There's a Netflix documentary
There is.
about Action
Cool.
Park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Like,
insane.
it makes it's literally as crazy can get.
Oh.
None
used
of
to
the
go
rides
all
were
the time.
created by engineers.
No,
None
I
of
used to
them.
go all the time. Beth, you probably
Oh.
went too, right?
Dude, I grew up in Sussex County. Yeah, I went
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I dated one of the lifeguards that worked there for a couple of years. People died there like all the time
Oh,
from the
yeah.
rides.
Yeah, yeah.
They would let drunk people like just do these insane rides. If you were sober, you would die. So if you were
Yeah.
drunk, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
like you just Accident Park.
Many times I was drunk over there. Speaking of that, this is not the Action Park podcast. This
Oh.
is the Friends in Recovery podcast. So.
And I have to interact with our Facebook people real quick because Dan says he's heard that Big Dan is dedicated, but his ass isn't here now, is it?
Yeah, what's up with
He's
that?
watching,
right?
but he's
Big
not
Dan.
on.
Yeah,
Wait,
what's up,
Dan?
Dan?
Nature Dan is watching.
Dan.
Yeah. Why are you at work, Dan? What's going on?
That's some bullshit right there.
Get
Dan,
your
I
ass
thought
on
you were
here.
our friend. Yeah.
And
Just
Christina-
call in. Call in and you
Christina
can.
said,
You can be an audience member.
that's right. Yeah, call in. Come on to the audience. Yeah, exactly. Christina said that Six Flags is overrated, but the kids love it. So, yes, we will dedicate Six Flags
To South Jersey.
South Jersey. Yes.
You can have it.
guys. There you
Yep.
go. So that is it. Well, yeah, but is Seaside, but Seaside's past that. So then we have to
Seaside
break.
is north. Seaside is Monmouth County.
No, Seaside is Ocean County.
All right. Well, Seaside can stay.
So what we'll do is we'll have to break it off in like a. I'll draw a diagram
Yep.
where
and
we
just
break it off.
Ocean County
All
can
right,
stay.
and I'll have it on the website. Ocean
How about
County
half of Ocean County? We'll split half with South Jersey.
Well, how far you want to go down to Seaside?
Yeah,
let's go
just
down
break
to
it off at
and
Seaside.
break it right off out
Spring
to
Lake.
out to the inlet and up
Yeah.
and then across. Yeah, all right, guys. So that's the New Jersey, guys. There'll be a test on it.
Next week, we're going to talk about Ohio.
Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you stay
Hell
sober
yeah.
listen to this episode. So, anyways, ladies, so it's good to have you guys back. It was great to talk about New Jersey. Bambi, you can talk about Ohio all you want. Me and Beth will just sit here and listen because we have no fucking clue about Ohio. So
Well,
I know Akron.
If you know anything
Yes.
about Ohio, you know that Cedar Point is
Cedar
the
Point,
amusement,
yeah.
the roller coaster capital of the world. So.
That's the big thing out there. And that's out by Lake Erie or on Lake Erie or
Yep,
some
it
shit,
sure
right?
is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You have a great lake in your state.
Yes, we do.
That's pretty cool.
Is it a Great Lake or is it an okay
Is it
lake?
Erie?
It's
Is it a Great Lake?
At night.
Great Lake.
No, it's really cool, and there's like you can take the ferry over to all the little islands, and it's really good. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That I would like to do. Wow.
Kelly's Island is over there, and it's like just a pure touristy little island. You get the little motorized bikes or the real bikes if you have energy, and you ride around the island, and yeah.
Let's go, Ed. Let's go be tourists.
Let's go. Well,
Bambi's not even there. She's in Florida.
That's right.
I know. She don't care.
No, I really don't.
No, neither.
I'm so sorry that you're in Florida. Do you see stupid people like all the time?
Yes.
All the time.
It's so funny because it's so busy, right? And it's busy all the time. But I always say, it's the snowbirds. The snowbirds are here, and that's half the year. Then when the snowbirds leave, it's tourist season. So it's just busy all the time.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can just imagine. Anyways, why don't we talk about recovery, guys?
We are talking about recovery.
Is that recovery? Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't really care what we talk about as long as we give Carl a show before Sunday. I really don't give a fuck what we talk about. So
Carl has his own show. Have you heard of his book?
Oh, yeah. What about that? Let's take a break and listen to this.
Are you a rebel seeking transformation in your recovery journey? Then 366 fucking days sober is the book for you. 366 daily meditations. This book by the SoberPod Recovery podcast host and professional rebel, Carl, will help guide you towards a new way of thinking and living. Each daily meditation offers a fresh perspective, practical advice, and a healthy dose of Carl's irreverent humor to help you stay sober and embrace the challenges of life without drinking, drugging, or shitting your pants. Whether you're just starting your recovery journey or looking for a daily dose of encouragement and laughs, 366 fucking days sober is the book for you. So, if you're ready to transform your life and become the rebel you were meant to be, get your copy of 366 fucking days sober today. Available today on Amazon.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Friends in Recovery podcast. So I guess that was a great segue into his book. Very good, Beth. I am proud of you.
Thank you. See, I take some time off and then I figure out what the fuck I'm doing.
That's right. So buy that book, guys. You heard the commercial.
Yeah, buy that book.
I love the end of the commercial when they say, you don't have to shit your pants anymore. You never heard that?
No!
You didn't hear the commercial.
You don't have to shit your pants.
Oh my God, Beth. Come on. You really never heard the commercial.
Dude, I've never listened to our show. I do not need to hear my own voice.
Neither do we.
I listen to our show, but I have not paid attention to the commercial.
Oh, you got to hear the commercial. Yeah.
But Carl texted me or messaged me on Facebook the other day in one of our groups and said, "Hey, can I borrow $12.86 and to buy my own book?"
What?
Carl messaged me and said, "Can I borrow $12.86 so I can buy my own book?" I said, "Everyone should buy your book, and everyone should buy the book.
Everyone should buy the book for $19.99. That's what we should buy it for."
He's got Bentley payments he needs to do.
No, guys, come on, send that. Yeah, This is his only source of income right here. Right here. This is it, guys. Make sure you buy the book. Buy 3. Or you know what?
Buy them for your friends.
Hand them out.
Buy one for every room in your house.
Be like Oprah. You get a 366 fucking days sober book. You get a 366 fucking days sober book. And you get a 366 fucking days sober book. So be that person, right?
Birthday, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Oh, Mother's Day's coming up. Father's Day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in the Easter basket.
Easter basket. Look, it's
That's
Easter
tomorrow.
colors. Look, right? It's Easter colors.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow. But when this podcast comes out,
it'll be
It was last week.
Yeah, it was last week.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so
it was last year. What?
Next year. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Welcome to the
Christmas.
Friends in Recovery podcast Christmas show. No.
Yeah, see, me and Ed have red and green
That's
on.
right. That's right.
I have red and green on.
See, it's
every other
Christmas.
color.
And every
Man,
other color.
we are like the three most distracted human beings on
We
the face
are.
of the earth.
Squirrel.
Shiny penny over there.
Squirrel.
Dan and I get on, we cut like surgeons, and then we're done. That's it. That's it.
I don't believe
What
you.
is that?
Half hour. 2 shows in a row, half hour. We're on
That's some
17
bullshit.
minutes right now, and we didn't even talk about recovery. We got
We're halfway done.
Action Park in. We're halfway done. That's right. We're almost done, guys. Now we need to talk about recovery. We don't have
Okay, fine.
Guys, this is what recovery is about: having fun,
Yes.
doing what
Camaraderie.
yeah, exactly. Like, you know, because if we were first of all, we wouldn't be on here. There'd be some drunk, let's rate Bob's Bar. You know,
I thought he was going to say Bob's balls. I really did.
Bob balls, yeah. Well, if we were drunk, we would go down that path. You know, let's rate Bob's balls. I will pass rating on Bob's balls. If you ladies want to take this part of the show over, you can.
Bambi, you going to read this thing?
I was going to say, let
read
me
it,
just
Bambi.
read and get us on
Before we
All
go
right.
down any more rabbit holes, Bambi, please.
All right.
Yeah.
Here is something to consider. Plan to take 2 days off where you get away from it all this summer, where you do nothing but wander in nature, walk trails, think thoughts, and only speak with the occasional stranger. In the past, people did this all the time. They just fucking left and came back after they found what they were looking for. Aboriginal adolescents used to live in the wilderness for 6 months, and they call it a walkabout. The Native Americans call this action a vision quest, where they would fast for 4 days and 4 nights alone. In modern times, in Western culture, we call it a retreat. This time can be used to study, pray, meditate, be mindful, etc. Just you, your thoughts, and your presence are all that is needed. Reflection. Do you think you could do something like this? Why or why not? And the daily challenge, research and choose a place to do this. Start today, a camping destination or unique solo getaway close by.
I love that.
Oh, hell yes.
Right?
Will
I
you
can
guys
do
do
it all
this?
except to not talking. I talk to just myself even, you know. I got to talk.
Trees. I don't know. Go ahead, Beth. Sorry.
I could totally do this. I could totally be quiet. That's why I garden in the summer and the spring and the fall, because it's just me outside. And I find I don't even want my earbuds. I don't want to listen to a book. I don't want to listen to music. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be outside barefoot in the dirt with my plants. Like 100%.
That's your retreat.
Yeah. I did this last Sunday, sort of, kind of. So I went on a 10-mile hike with a friend of mine in the Catskills Mountains. Now, it's not the middle of June, guys. When this last week was the middle of March, and there was ice everywhere. It took us 8 hours to do it, right?
Wow.
And, you know, at the beginning, we were like, it's great. And we had one more mountain to climb. It was like 3:30, and we had like 3.5 hours of sunlight or 3 hours of sunlight. And let me tell you, that last hour, almost 2.5 hours, that hike was quiet. Are we going to get fucking back? Are we going to make it? Let me tell you, that was definitely, kind of changed my life a little bit, that hike. We obviously we made it out. I'm not broadcasting from the fucking middle of the Catskills
You're not
Mountains. Dead? Yeah, I'm not dead. I'm definitely not dead. And I don't think this has been pre-recorded. So, but anyways, yeah, it's just been, I can understand that. Like, even when we go camping, like on our Friends in Recovery camping trips and kayaking, there's a lot of time spent by ourselves, right? You know, especially in a kayak, you're sitting in a kayak for hours by yourself. You're kind of going down the river, just being in nature. And just enjoying life. So yeah, I definitely can do that. And baby, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with talking to yourself either, right? I mean, there's basically, I when I talk to myself, I'm really reaching out to God if you think about it, right? Like,
right.
Kind of, or
someone
talking
listening
to God,
always.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyways, but what's your latest take on this reading?
I couldn't fast for 4 days and 4 nights. I'll tell you that shit.
Ooh, that'd be tough.
Fuck that. Nobody's not eating.
No.
That's tough.
That's some other culture.
I try to do it every Monday. I try to fast every Monday.
That seems excessive.
I think it would be great. I don't get out in nature enough. I need to do it more. Maybe not even for that long a period of time, but I mean, even we were talking on my meeting today, and now I'm real motivated to start walking early in the mornings, before I can get distracted with the day's events and things like that. And I think even just watching, the sun come up, getting brighter in the sky, looking at nature. I mean, I think that time can be very rejuvenating, mind, body, soul, all of it,
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, it's nature, right? You're getting out in nature. I don't care if you're walking by the ocean. If you're walking down the street, there has to be grass or a tree or something along those lines, right? And but nature definitely puts us in a different state of mind. I mean, like I said, that hike just was just kind of peaceful, even though, when it was cold, it was hard. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever done up until that point in my life, as far as any kind of endurance stuff went. But it was peaceful. And the guy who I was with, I said, I find this relaxing, and he goes, yeah, me too. And that was before the reality set in, when we were standing at the bottom of the base of this mountain, looking up, saying, what the fuck are we going to make it out, right? But we did, and that's where you got to dig deep, and that's it. Like in life, we got to dig deep. In our recovery, we got to dig deep sometimes, and kind of push through our thoughts, and then in nature, I guess nature helps us do that, because think about it, there's really birds and trees and smells and sights and nothing, nothing crazy, nothing to distract us.
Snakes. So, okay. So I have been doing this probably for 2 years now, and I don't do it during the winter because it's too cold out. But there is, it's called grounding or earthing. And in multiple studies, I just looked this up on the interwebs. In multiple studies, grounding has been documented to have profound beneficial effects on physiological and emotional stress. Grounding includes a normalizing influence on cortisol, which anybody that has trauma has their cortisol is high. Mine still is, I'm fucking 50. A calming impact on the electrical activity of the brain, and a normalizing of muscular tension. And all it requires is for you to be touching the ground. So that's why when I'm gardening, right now I've got my big heavy work boots on, because I'm digging big holes and I need the shovel and that stuff. But when I'm gardening all spring and summer, I'm in bare feet. I'm laying on the ground, because all of our shoes are made of rubber and plastic, and it blocks the magnetic, I forget what it is.
Energy, basically.
Energy. Yeah, and they've even done studies. I actually watched a guy who did a scientific study on plants last year on TikTok, where he put copper in the ground to help amplify the energy. Wow. And the plants were twice as big where he did. Yeah. So, and we watched it all summer. We watched it grow. He would document 3 times a week. And, that energy is important for our mental health and our physical health. So I think it's really important. And, being quiet has definitely been learning how to be quiet, which it takes a lot of work, has been the most beneficial thing that has ever happened to me or I've done in my life.
Agreed.
I think that's so true, though, because, the beach is my place, right? I mean, that's why we're here in Florida where we're at and everything. But when we go and it's winter, and we still go watch the sunset, because winter here is not like winter everywhere else, but I don't take my shoes off, I'll keep my shoes on because it's cold, right? But the minute that I can take my shoes off and dig my toes in the sand, it's like a connection. Like, I don't know, it's like truly it's a connection to something, because my heart is lighter, my mind is lighter. It's just, you feel better. So that energy is definitely, I can see that being true.
I agree with you. I agree with you both. When I meditate in the morning, my shoes are off. Nothing, socks, everything's off. I just, and you ground. You're right, Beth. You're grounding and earthing and even, well, Bambi, I have to kind of not disagree with you, but I've been on a 10-day road trip for work, and so I was away from my cold plunge. Now, cold plunge, I just go in a pair of shorts, and that is it, and dive in. Everything's
right.
So I've been doing our buddy Neil Tucker. He's like, oh, I do cold air bath. So I started doing those while I was away. So also that gives it gives you the same effect.
What's
as
an air bath?
Yeah.
So cold air bath. So you go outside. So I go outside. So
naked?
No, just shorts on, just a pair of shorts. Walk outside. It was 27 degrees the first time I did it, and you have to stay outside for a minimum of 10 minutes. So I was out there for 15 minutes in 27 degrees. Let me tell you, exactly. And you have to breathe, you have to ground yourself. I found myself like trying to, my feet actually got warm. It's the craziest thing in the world, but when you concentrate on your feet and you kind of put that energy in your body, it happens. It really does happen. Now, can you get frostbite? Of course you could. Now you have to be smart about it and stay, I know if you stay in cold water exposure, anything below 59 degrees or below, or I think you have like 20 minutes before your body, or 10 minutes, somewhere around there, 10, 20 minutes before you start getting frostbite. So, you don't stay out there for long, just enough to get the effect. So, so I'm in my ice bath here at home at 41 degrees every day for 4 minutes. I'm up to 4 minutes now.
Wow.
But to get it outside of where I'm at, and so Neil taught me to go stand outside for 10 minutes, and it works. But the thing is that it just, when I was doing it, I was focusing on the trees, I was focusing on the grass, and I do it early in the morning. So you stand outside in the middle of winter with just a pair of shorts on by a hotel. Yeah, you might be called. Somebody might call something on you. Yes, exactly. So I go out early, but I focus more. I focus on nature. Like, I don't know why, but I focus on nature. So, anyways, that's kind of.
I think in 2024, it's just, it has to be a conscious decision to not be attached to something.
I agree.
Electronic.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You have to make a conscious decision. Like, when all three of us were kids, you just went outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Or even if you were sitting inside, you were looking outside.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You were always constantly in the present moment. And I can tell you want to see hours disappear, go on TikTok.
Oh.
Play a stupid phone game.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
The time, it just disappears.
I know what phone game you play.
How do you know?
I'm just betting. Okay, let me concentrate real hard. Do you play Seaside Escape?
Oh my God! How do you know?
I'll never tell.
Seaside Escape is not a sponsor, but you guys can be by calling 800.
Oh my God, play that game like constantly.
I know you do. I play it too.
Oh, are we friends?
No, I don't have any friends on there.
How do you know that I play it then?
Because you entered a contest right before me to get free energy.
This morning?
No, but I entered that one too, but your name wasn't right above me. But the last one, like before maybe Valentine's Day, I said, "This my best?"
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. So you can disappear like
hours.
Hours.
Yeah.
And hours.
Yes.
It's just insane.
Yeah, that shit's no good. It's funny because I had some time in the airport yesterday. I had a connecting flight, so I was looking through my apps. I'm like, I don't use apps. I
Did you
got
butcher
rid of
your phone?
Get tons of apps I got rid of. Not that I don't use. I had like 5 pages. You know how you flip them over?
Oh, wow.
5 pages.
Dude, that's a lot.
But half of them weren't filled, half of them were here, So I didn't have them in groups either. So,
okay.
So I got rid of 3 of those pages. I'm down to 2, actually 1.5 pages now after getting rid of all those apps. I know. And just cleaning the clutter out too, right? You know, and I mean, I don't really play games on there. I don't, I mean, a couple of times you get involved, you look at Facebook and the real thing comes up. You're like, oh, and like boats come up, like driving boats come up. And then
goodbye goodbye Saturday.
Yeah. I know.
What flight? I missed my flight.
Yeah, exactly. I did it. So a friend of mine said, he goes, I said, where were you? Oh, he was down here doing something. He goes, I got caught in a reel. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, a reel? And he goes, he said, in Facebook, he goes, I'll go for hours sometimes. Yeah. Hours. So I looked down and I'm like, where did the 10 minutes go? And he was doing it for hours. But I could see how that happens.
Yeah, you
can honestly see how that happens. And it has nothing to do with getting outside, nothing to do with grounding, nothing to do with walking.
It literally is. It's just wasted time.
It's crazy.
It disappears.
It really does. And you get nothing done. And you know what? I'm going to make a commitment to reduce my time. You know how every week it'll pop up and say you spent this much screen time? And I think about how much of that is real time
games
I really used and how much of it is crazy games. Ed, you used to do screen-free Sundays or something.
Yeah.
I
think I'm going to start that again. I was just thinking about
too.
That. Yeah. Because it's
one day a week.
We need a break from all this shit. And,
Sundays,
guys. Screenless
Sundays. So tomorrow,
Screenless Sundays.
No screens.
Perfect day except we do the meeting on Sunday night, but except for like a meeting, nothing all day. Nothing. Don't pick up the phone, to play.
You know what's really funny? I said that to myself this morning when I woke up. This has been this spiritual lesson that's been going like this to me for like 2 weeks. And this morning I said, don't pick up your phone. Just get out of bed, go get your coffee, and get those plants in the ground before the podcast. Mm-hmm. And then I picked up my phone.
Yeah.
And you didn't get the plants in the ground, did you?
I got like 5 plants in before, and I was like 15 minutes, but I had 3 hours, and then the last 15 minutes I threw some plants in the ground. So I'm on board. I don't like it.
Screenless
I'm not happy about it. Screen-free Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah. So
fucking bullshit. Does that include a TV?
Yes, includes any screen, computer, anything. So here's the thing.
It would be rough.
So don't beat yourself up. The first time I did it, and the guy who was kind of coaching me through it, I got 2 hours into it and I looked at my phone and I called him up. I said, I fucked up. I picked up the phone. He goes, well,
put it down.
What do you mean? He goes, I said, I only did 2 hours. He goes, you did 2 hours.
Yeah.
You did 2 hours. So if you might turn the TV on, because these are habits we develop. Trying to stop a habit is not easy,
90 days.
So don't beat yourself up if you pick the screen, just put it back down. And that's it, just put it back down. But you'll see, it took me probably 2 months to completely stay off of it. Every Sunday. And it was the best thing in the world. That includes these things too. You have to get rid of these things. I don't know if you guys have the Apple Watch.
I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
You got to.
But I don't use mine for anything other than time.
But
you have an Apple Watch that you only use for time?
Well, once in a while.
That seems awfully waste of funds.
I know, but once in a while, like if I'm out of the room and I get a phone call, I'll answer it and say, I can't hear on this damn thing, so let me call you back.
That's a screen. So you have to take it off and wear a regular watch.
Sundays. All right.
Take it off on Sundays. So
Let's
I had to get my old watch.
Listeners.
Yeah.
All of our viewers. Yeah. Let's do it,
Let's do this.
A challenge, guys.
Do this.
Screenless Sundays, guys.
And you know what? I think we should make this part of the series in the fact that we should really start to say, what did you do with your time? And I mean, if you think about it, did you just sit there and do nothing, or do you have a hobby, or did you go spend time with somebody, or did you actually pay your bills on time? Or like, let's do this. Like, let's make an ongoing Sundays. How far did you get? What broke you? Like,
exactly.
I gotta tell you right now, like, I'm not gonna not watch TV in the evening like that. I just can't see myself doing it.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay. I mean, but think about it. You got this, you got the computer, you got the TV, you got whatever. But if you could put this and this away in the computer and only pick the TV up at the end of the day, how great would that be?
Right.
Seriously.
I think I like this plan. You guys are so good to me. You guys are so good to me. You're so good for me.
Well,
I can't believe that 4 million people don't fucking listen to this podcast. Like, it's insane.
I know. They're missing out, right?
There's 300 million people in this country.
Yeah. So if 4 million listened and we all did productive things with our Sunday, if everyone listening picked up this challenge, think about, I mean, can you imagine what would happen in the world? A lot of stuff would be happening on a Sunday.
Facebook would go broke because the fucking commercials would be done.
Probably would.
Whatever there's out there.
And it's all because of us.
When we talk about, I mean, social media. Whenever we talk about that, I mean all social media. You know what I mean?
Right.
To all that shit. So, but Screenless Sundays, Screenless Sunday challenge, right? Screenless Sunday challenge, and we're gonna get an update every week at the beginning of the show. Remind me, and hopefully on Facebook, you guys will give us an update or call in or email us. Call in at 800-989-6504 or email the show at friendsinrecoverycommunity.org. No, friendsinrecovery@gmail.com.
friendsinrecoverycommunity@gmail.com.
There you go. Or
we should make it longer.
Yeah.
I know. It should be FIRC, but I think we should change it. We should change the email address.
Yeah.
What do you think? FIRC. We have to see, but don't email that just yet. No. We're going to see if we can change that.
That's not a real email address.
That is not a real email yet. Not yet. I'll get it for us. Or Bambi, you.
Maybe it will be by the time this airs.
Could be, right?
Oh, I would have done it. I would have changed it for us tomorrow, but I'm not allowed on my
Screen-free Sunday.
Screen-free Sunday. That's right.
Get it done today.
That's right. Do it today. She's busy today, so. Well, that's a good way of how to kind of become what the book was telling us today.
Yeah.
Like just disconnect. And when you disconnect, you're going to find out. I mean, granted, we need all this stuff in our lives today. This just makes our lives easier, better, more productive. We have to keep up. Can you imagine like going to a payphone or way back when, and like communicating that way versus, trying to stay in business? It's just not going to work. I mean, you have to keep up. Unfortunately, you have to keep up with everything because if not, you're just going to get trampled on. Right. But doesn't mean you have to do it 24/7, 7 days a week,
Yep.
Right? There is weekends, there's, and the other thing too is if there's an emergency or somebody calls, of course I'll pick the phone. You know what I mean? I really don't look at the text messages. That's the hard part, guys, because you're going to get a ton of text messages. That was the hardest part for me because there was so many text messages coming through. I mean, not so many, it's Sunday. So, but
you mean when everybody else is disconnecting, unlike us?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So,
we should totally call this like. So two things I'm thinking. One is we could call it disconnecting to connect, right? Yeah. And the other thing is don't look at it as disconnecting. Look at it as connecting to something else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like we get to have connection.
Right.
What are we we need to stop being powerless over our connections and choose to connect, make conscious, right? The choices you make create the reality you live in. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to choose to connect up to something other than something that doesn't give anything back to me.
Exactly.
It just sucks me dry.
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
Me too.
I'm going to fail miserably, but I love it.
No,
I love
you're
it
not.
too, and I'm going to fail.
You're going to fail, but failure is part of success, Beth. Because each week you're going to get better and better.
I'm going to get better.
Then you're going to look forward to it every Sunday. You really are. 100% hands down, you're really going to look forward to it. So,
I'm stoked.
anyways.
Me too.
Well,
I can't decide now if I'm going to go plant stuff or play with every screen in the house until tomorrow.
It'll be 11:59, and Beth is like, one more email, one more text, please. Oh no! Oh my God! So we're gonna call it disconnect to connect. I like that.
Yep.
Challenge, our disconnect to connect challenge, guys. And then we want to hear what you're connected about, right?
Yes.
Cool,
Yeah.
All right. So we want to report next week.
We're at our community. As a community, we're going to help each other make better connection choices.
Yes. And then support you too on if you fail, if you fall a little bit, we'll help you get back up. We'll support you. We'll share our struggles next week and every quick, because there's gonna be struggles, guys. You're gonna say, I got 2 hours into them. Fuck it. I just had to go play. What game is it? What is it?
Seaside Escape.
Seaside what? Escape. So I mean, it could happen, man. It could happen. Who knows? Anyways, but. I don't know. I think this is a good show. I think, we kind of went in a couple directions here, but it was all about the reading though, right? I mean, it was all about, taking care of ourselves.
Yep. In my spare time, I'm going to draw pictures of New Jersey and where we're going to split it. I'm going to go buy I'm going to buy a physical map.
And we'll have the New Jersey on there.
We'll cut New Jersey in half.
Yeah, Beth and I are going to. Beth and I will be at town hall in Trenton filing the papers to get rid of the other half of New Jersey. So you'll find us there next week, people. If you want to come visit us, we'll be in Trenton, New Jersey.
Lobbying for secession from our own state.
That's right. Fuck 609. Fuck 609. Big signs. All right, guys. I think
I gotta put shit in the ground.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Stay sober, everybody.
This concludes this episode of Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast. Follow us on Facebook for past shows and updates, and enjoy free access to twice daily support meetings. Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is available on Facebook, Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.